What's up, beautiful souls? So, I went to go write a post, and I think it ended up being longer than that which I can probably put on all of my different media platforms. So I thought I'd just go ahead and make a video. What it is a compilation of things that I have learned and reviewing my journal and the golden nuggets that Spirit has taught me. And in times of such turbulation, where stark division is being created, I hope to deliver some remembrance from a space of love, if you will, because division is actually what is being sought after right now. They are seeking to divide us. And while we may not be able to avoid that, I hope that we can remember at least to hold space in a state of compassion and love. And maybe ultimately find unity through our differences. Thus, there is a good reason for the golden rule. Love needs not to be aggressive, but assertive in both solid boundaries and truth. For not only will the truth set us free, but it'll also shine on all that has been negligent, a free disposal to that of authentic acts which encourages free will. For how can one genuinely act on free choice when ignorance has been the tool to imprison not only the essence of the soul, but the cultivation of growth? Is ignorance but another altered state of trauma? For isn't trauma the manifestation of survival which replays limited experiences to safeguard? And to such a place, compassion is held. For surely, the breaking of such programming also calls upon rewiring the cognitive dissonance it too installed. So while ignorance and trauma are not the same to exact degrees, the frequencies are relevant. Likewise is the distinction found in destiny versus fate. Yet the two words also seem difficult to distinguish. Make no mistakes, it's not by negligence, but deliberate intent by those who wish to keep a soul from its very origins of sovereignty. The same who have yet to master self-control will innately seek externally. Similarly, in a state of obliviousness or trauma, an entrapment is cast and overshadows of the past and only the known experience, which enslaves the consciousness of living in the present. The result is unconscious behavior. It impacts the awareness of thought and body, which has nothing to do with the existing moment. So too does the cycle of the continuous chaos, dark, and entrenched moments that haunt, and consequently, strips the free will. Indeed, unconsciousness is not only a dark place to be, but it's easy to exploit by the shadows. The fear reduces the capacity to make choices within any given moment, overshadowing the present moment's ability to make choices. Yet the future is not tomorrow, but what we do with the received downloads we get today. Do you see? Or do you still feel a bit in the dark? Through unconsciousness, there is no free will. In consciousness, there is free will. The truth is simple, but rarely easy. The past repeats itself until it becomes conscious. The difference between destiny and fate, you may ask? One is ruled by the unconscious, where free will is non-existent until it becomes conscious. Our trauma, or even our ignorance of such, is our fixation. It is the disorder of being unable to live in the present moment. The trauma, the ignorance, is the broken connection to thyself, to others, to spirit. It is the intellect of holding the polar opposites of the energy frequency. It's also what connects us and divides us by illumination. Thus, the golden rule allocates us the unconditional love to hold space for the behavioral traits or the sabotaging acts from trauma or ignorance being interchangeable, which are inhibited, but not by coddling what is broken, but an insertion of light and respect. For it is in the contrast that we evolve, discover, and grow. You need not to love a trait, but rather lean into it with love and gratitude for what it contributes. This is important to understand, for it will call on for discernment. Understand, the moment you give love or hate or any other emotion to a lower vibrational aspect, you begin to feed it, allocating the continuation of the cycle. As with anything, toxic or healing, your energy acts as a host for its survival or thriving. Accordingly, energy never dies, only transforms. Hence, the evolution of enlightenment calls upon the alchemist of transformation, in which we lean into love to make a change, rising above that which has shackled us only by illusion. First within, and so without. There's a good reason for the golden rule. I have so much love for you guys. There's something much bigger playing out right now. Much, much bigger. And while we go through this transformation, may we learn to hold space for each. As always, until next time, namaste.